And that's why going into today, this is very important for Vitality to really prove they belong at the top.
Listening to that crowd, look at them go!
Oh my God.
Incredible. Oh, the support behind Karmine Corp. It is something amazing. Spectacular even. But Vitality, we got some fans in there. Maybe not as many, but we got a couple. There's still some love going around. I mean, let's be honest. The main roster, the super team that has been in the LEC, there's been a lot of eyes and, well, a lot of support going over to the organization as a whole. But for the B team, they have a massive matchup here versus K-Corp. Do they have what it takes to take these guys down?
That is going to be the question. We're looking at Skeens in this early game. A lot of pressure on this jungler. He definitely has the matchup in his favor to be able to make things happen. But it's going to be about whether or not he can out-jungle 113, the kid we've been hyping up for weeks upon weeks. And I mean, if we talk about early game tools again, I reiterate what I said in draft. K-Corp, they do have more options to play through in this early game. I'm looking for Seiken in this mid lane. Once we see level 4, level 5, we could already see early roam plays come through. And as soon as that level 6 comes out, he's got options.
A lot of options here, multiple lanes, both junglers do. Skeens does feel like one of the slower paced junglers, at least when he's not playing Lee Sin. Lee Sin, it feels like he's been able to make a couple of aggressive plays through the early stages of the game. But I think there is, a bit of a differential when you compare at least the playstyles of these two. Yesterday, we go back to Vitality.Bee Town, and they really did slow down the pace of the game. Did they ever, right? About 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so, nothing was really happening. And, they're very coordinated, and that goes back to weeks previous when they had made some ambitious calls. And because of that, it ended up costing them some wins because they thought they could end, they couldn't. We had to wonder, how does that affect the team atmosphere? And, well, it feels like it's affected it in a way where it has slowed things down, but I'm going to hold that thought. Montero walks up, actually gets chunked out pretty hard. The fourth shot comes through, 1-1-3 now. Is going to be here, but Jeskla, beautiful beautiful cleanse. Might have to flash now.
There it is!
The seventh plate is there!
There it is, first blood!
First blood for Montero.
I love that play coming through here. The thing is, Vitality.Bee realized it was happening. As soon as you see Huntera leave lane, 1-1-3 is going for the invade, but they couldn't stop him. The turn was too good. An insane play coming from this jungle support, Jack Troll. I'm sorry, buddy.
Flash. Oh, nice sidestep. He is probably dead.
Wait, what do we...
He gets hit with that Zenith blade. 1-1-3 goes in one more time. Deadly Flourish comes through, but we'll see if Skeens can get here. Flash is still available,
Pillars
except
up.
for Huntero.
Oh, he might be done.
Ignited, will be under pressure. That's the grand entrance. Beautiful flash there. Huntero, however, doesn't have the luxury, so he'll be rooted up. He'll be locked down. That's the kill. But Reckless on the turn. Low health bars. 1-1-3 also just has a sliver of HP. And now everyone goes their separate ways.
A really big kill to get back here, especially in the pocket of Jeskla. Seiken, it's on the move, but a little too late. Nothing to really do. Nice answer back coming through from Skeens and Vitality.Bee overall. Still going to have a lot of early pressure, but being able to get that kill, I think, for Jeskla is going to improve his laning phase a lot here. And now we're going to see 1-1-3. Recall, probably go back to the top side of the map. See if he can help play for Cabochard, as he has pretty consistently been shoving Shigenda in here, who's happy to teleport back with Sheen.
Cabochard also will take his first reset. Jeskla probably going to be looking for his, as I think Reckless is going to try to take his back. So just resets basically throughout the lanes. This gives an opportunity for Huntera to try to make a play in the mid lane. Help Seiken push this out. And we'll use the Hex Flashes to put some additional pressure on Diplex. We'll have no problem clearing it. And now we'll go back to the original play here where Huntera was trying to make the rotation to his jungler.
Yeah, and I was wrong. It wasn't the move from Huntera. It was the ward they placed in the dot brush there in the bottom river. So they knew it was coming. They tried to stop Huntera, but the flash comes through for the Q. But what does it mean? It also means no cleanse for Jeskla once he gets hit by that 3-talon strike. It's so easy to set up the Zenith Blade, even if he flashes afterwards. Really nice play, even though they end up getting chased down and go 1-for-1.
Seiken working on getting that Destiny, and with a lot of summoners not in the mix, we very well could see Seiken make an appearance down in the bot side. Cabochard could be able to come back up to the top lane here. and will start to get things going here for himself as he's just looking to scale up on the Graves, see if he can put Shigenda down once some of those items start coming into play. Skeen's going to move in with Jacktrol, who's level 2. I mean, I'm sure he's like probably a creep or 2 off of the level 3, but still a little bit under-leveled compared to Ontera.
They don't know.
Where they might be face-checking them, but I don't think KC know how many players could be behind. Corky is missing, so they're not going to opt into the fight, but that's going to be 3-man grand entrance.
Look who's here.
Flashing away, and now he's able to get excited. First kill is going to be good. Skeen's in the front of it all. Could be a second, and there it is. Reckless with the flash, gets away, kites out, and finds a kill.
Beautifully done from Karmine Corp. You walk back, you act all timid like, oh, you know, maybe not sure about this one, but Seiken has the ult, he has the destiny, and joins long before Diplex can actually get there. This is the early aggression we're looking to see from this roster, and they're just continuing to push the pace on the usually slow Vitality.Bee.
Seiken gonna go for some trading, the early Destiny play, setting up the bot lane right now for success. Seiken getting a kill. Everything looking good right now for K-Corp as they've been able to get themselves already a 1.6k gold lead. And now we'll take another look at Jacktrol, thinking he had the setup here for his team.
That's right, they know they're waiting for this wave to be cleared by Seiken. They walk back and Jacktrol thinks, okay, I can go ahead and clear this ward. Problem is, Seiken's ready to join the fight, and he's there. Look at that, seconds before Diplex can do anything. Jacktrol already falls before any of those rockets can come through, and that's going to be 2 kills for K-Corp, who are just continuing to run things in the early game. And I like this. They're not actually going for that first dragon. They're going to index almost all their members rather, into this top side of the map here. They're going to leave Reckless alone bot side, and they're just going to commit to stealing camps, going for this Rift Herald that's going to be up any second.
Will be up fairly soon. The setup good. Protection for Cabochard, who will be still getting himself to a point where he will start to bully out Shigenda in this matchup. But Shigenda coming off of quite the game yesterday on the Camille.
Yeah.
Will be a good look at how he's going to be able to come in with the Gangplank. Also, I think I hit on it yesterday, but you kind of have to hit on it. Oh, hold on.
Ooh,
all right,
okay.
Reckless throws the traps down, does use the heal, so gets himself to safety. Just a little bit of pressure coming through for the bot lane, but yesterday, Shigenda again finding a lot of split pressure beatdown. On top of that, has one of the highest damage per minute in the league. And now that he's on the Gangplank, he'll get a chance to showcase what he can do, as he's actually starting to bully out Cabochard a little bit.
What an insane stat to have as a top laner.
Like 700 or something.
Like everybody else on that list, it's got to be like 80 carries, right?
80 carries, mid laners.
Do you know what I mean? And doing that as a top laner. Definitely impressive. Cabochard doesn't actually back because, well, look who's here.
All right. Does Shigenda have an outplay? Cabochard a little bit low, so that means that 113 sets up the play. The flash not the greatest. 113 gets on him.
Oh,
lateral damage comes out, and that will be another kill. This one on the top laner of Vitality.Bee.
It is just non-stop action coming out from Karmine Corp. Skeens just hasn't been able to keep up, and we've seen these things from him. When he is playing a lot of these early game junglers like Lee Sin and stuff like that, he's able to make plays, he's able to make things happen, but it's when, I think it's a comfort thing. You get him off things like the usual stuff. You see him on the Poppy, a little less active. Now we're seeing him on the Trundle, a little less active. You need to make use of things like this Pillar of Ice. Set up some kills for your team. Diplex, I think, is here to do just that.
Here we go with a package. Ontera level 4, a little bit low, but soaks up a lot of the damage. And now they find one back. Seiken comes through with the Destiny. Slow chase for KC. Stun set up, but Jacktrol gets out with the flash. Seiken goes back in.
He's not done.
The gold card. Skeen's in trouble. Able to slip away, but is it enough? Hot on their tail is KC, and Seiken finds the double.
They can't be stopped, Austin. They're just winning on every part of the map. 9 minutes in, we're looking at a 3,000 gold lead. The crowd, they're going nuts. They know how big this is for K-Corp. They're looking to ride this wave into an even scoreline here.
113. Gonna come through, grab the Rift Herald. Looks like this is going to be the first neutral objective, potentially picked up, but 113 actually turns his attention to Shigenda.
Hello.
Face checks the Xin Zhao, ready to take the fight. Will not follow up on Wind Becomes Lightning, and this is actually also going to get them off the Rift Herald, but now we'll take one more look at the bot lane play.
And I love this. Ontera, they know this is happening. They know they want to answer to this play, so he goes in, gets that stun there, and it ends up costing Diplex his life because of Seiken coming in with the Destiny, and a beautiful flash onto the stun card to set up Skeens' death as well. It's just non-stop action. This, I keep saying it, this is what we want to see from K-Corp, and I love that they're keeping it up.
We go back to live. 1-1-3 sets up the Rift Herald once again. Gold lead 3,000. It's not too often we talk about Vitality being one of the teams in the league that falls this far behind in the early stages of the game. I mean, we're not even at 11 minutes yet, and they're already down quite a bit. And now this looks like the very first neutral objective secured as 1-1-3 will grab and pick it up.
Uh-oh, Shigenda is in a little bit of trouble. Hoping he has more than, or I'm sure he'll be hoping he has more than one to prevent scurvy. But it's looking like they aren't actually going to commit to that one. 1-1-3, Huntera, they're going to go ahead and just back off. Cabochard already has that Eclipse finished and ready to go. You see that 300 gold lead coming through, but look at where the majority of it is. In the mid lane, it's in the jungle. Seiken and 1-1-3. This mid-jungle duo have been electric this game.
Reckless Huntera back to the bot side of the map. Hextech Dragon could be on the table. And now you've mentioned the fact that Cabochard having that first item picked up. It's going to be a lot more deadly here in the matchup versus Shigenda, especially with any of the all-ins that tend to take place here. But with the Rift Herald for 1-1-3, he can set up multiple plays. They can still look for plates for the next couple of minutes and even maybe use the Rift to be able to secure themselves the Dragon. As you can see, Jacktroll doing a bit of scouting, seeing exactly what's happening, what's going on down here, because 1-1-3 is in fact in the bot lane.
Look at that. There's pressure on Jessica just to ensure this wave goes in, and they start walking up to this Dragon. It's going to be easily secured. Thought he was going to walk by it and make me look silly, but he's going to do it. Pull it out, of course, and there you go. They still have this Herald to make plays for. The thing is, too, you have so many options. Seiken has that Destiny good to go. He's got the Unsealed Spellbook, which means there's TP, and he has the Ghost. That's the big thing. Going to set up these gold cards very nicely here for these plays.
First Dragon, first Rift. Halfway through just about on the Rift Herald, as Jacktroll, I think, was seeing if anyone wanted to come into the jungle, and now this could be the Rift Herald play. It is 4 strong right now for the side of KC. They have not opted into dropping it just yet, but they are going to draw quite a few members of Vitality over.
Yeah, it's a good spot from Jacktroll, getting the information, saying, hey, Diplex, you might want to be a little careful, buddy. They are sending a force towards you. So they're going to hold off for now. Still a good amount of time. I think half of it has gone by before the Eye of the Rift Herald will expire. I think this is a big thing we're seeing here, too, from Cabochard. He's going to do a bit of a lane freeze in the top lane, and because there's no teleport for Shigenda, he's actually going to lose out on a good amount of creeps as a result here. And it's even worse because you can't TP to the wave anymore until 14 minutes. This Gangplank is already falling behind, and I feel like he can't afford to lose much more gold and XP.
TP coming through right now for Diplex. Back to the mid lane. Try to keep Seiken pushed in. Doesn't want to give him the luxury of getting a free push out, using the Destiny to affect the map, but it won't be in the bot lane. Could be in the top lane, however. The good news is that Shigenda does have ways out of the stun card and will be able to use Scurvy to keep himself safe. Cabochard walks up, will take one of the barrels out of the situation, but now into the mid lane. Finally, it's going to be the Rift Herald that comes through, and plates now shared between Seiken and 1-1-3.
I mean, it's not a turret, but at this point in time, you still have plenty of plays you can make here, and you're still happy with the bit of gold you've gotten for yourselves. And there you go. You see it above everyone's heads. You have the Unleashed teleports, and Karmine Corp, as you say, unleashing themselves on Shigenda more than likely. I like this hover from Jacktroll, though. Might be able to save it.
Can he make the play? That's going to be the clear of the wave. Destiny's still going to be invested. Shigenda low as well as Jacktroll.
They can't do
it. 1-1-3 looks like he gets himself out. It's a double. What a perfectly executed dive.
It just doesn't get any better than this from Karmine Corp. They are just demolishing Vitality.Bee. Everything is going their way. Probably the fastest paced game we've seen today, and still not a whole lot of action from Skeens. He is coming online with that first mythic coming through. That Divine Thunderer will be able to do a lot in some of these skirmishes, but we got to get there, Austin. The thing is, K-Corp not looking for these team fights so far. It's just been play after play after play, and with Seiken and his legendary TF, he's just been constantly making plays to the side lane here. Reckless hasn't even had to do anything yet.
Oh man, this is looking like KC have just turned a new leaf after watching last week. Last week they were 0-2. How insane is that beatdown? 2-4 in the week number 3. and we were thinking, wow, you know, what is happening with this team? What is going wrong? It felt like a lot of underperformances, but showing up here in Nice, I mean, this is the KC we expected. I'm sure the backing of the fans certainly helps, but just the way that they're starting to pick apart Vitality, one of the top teams here in the LFL at the moment. They're on the back foot. They are down so much gold here at 16 minutes, and now it looks like KC should have another tower in their pocket.
Oh, 113's in trouble?
What a sidestep. Grand entrance actually will not hit the mark, but it will be the Crescent Guard coming out. 113 gets assistance from Hontera.
Oh,
the
dead?
tower shot of the Ignite finishes them off as Hontera now will be set up at the front of the line. He will be able to use the Solar Flare.
Cabochard's
the Deadly Flare
coming.
blocks him up, but here we go in the back line. Cabochard able to flash to his team, and now it's the slow chase for KC. Gold card coming out. Diplex is locked up, stunned up, and will be taken down. Reckless finds 2.
Big plays coming through. Even when Vitality.Bee think they have the catch out, it just doesn't work. The map pressure is too strong. Shigenda in no way able to join or even help with the cannon barrage, and you can see it. They just keep winning it out. Everyone's chanting Reckless as he is 3-0-3.
3-0-3. The crowd chanting Reckless. Back on top. The Jinx has been beautiful the last couple of days, and all that solo queue spamming has certainly paid off here as KC, they have everything they would want. Shigenda can't trade the top tower, and well, I think Shigenda is going to be a dead pirate here.
Yeah, no amount of vitamin C is going to save you from this one, buddy. He's any second now. There it is. It's going to be nice and easy. You're going to be able to get yourselves this Rift Herald if you so choose.
Whoa.
Oh, see ya. Yeah, he's
package is available. Oh. Mega Death Rock.
He's burning.
The burn. Oh my, Diplex lives.
Unless
but the rocket! The snipe from Reckless finds the mid laner.
He just doesn't miss, Austin, as Corp are continuing to just push Vitality.Bee around. They're bullying them at this point. They didn't go for the Rift Herald. They don't want a single objective bounty to go Vitality.Bee's way. No extra gold for you kids. You're going back to base.
Second dragon is secured. Everyone, all the carries have the gold needed to be able to continue to stop this game right now. Sakin's going to be able to push out the bot lane, and now we'll take one more look at Diplex just waiting to use the package a little too long.
Yeah, getting a little too close there, and there's the lockup, the yellow card, the Everfrost coming through, and we thought the Corrupting Potion and Red Buff Burn was enough, but it wasn't enough until Reckless put the cherry on top.
80 carry now, 4-0-3, Reckless, 2 items. 2 items and a Magi's coming through for Sakin.
God damn.
And yeah, you just have such a lead. Looking at what is going to be a Rift Herald likely picked up. We take a look at the total gold right now, and it's all 3 of the carries right now for the side of Corp.
That's right, and everyone on Vitality.Bee are on the struggle bus, front row seats, as they lose yet another neutral objective here. And they're just continuing. They have the crowd at their backs, Austin, and Corp are in such a commanding position right now. 7,000 gold lead at 18 minutes. This is almost at that point of no return where it's like, all right, how are you getting back into this game? But luckily, Vitality.Bee, not in the dirt yet. I'm going to hold that thought, though.
Here we go, the charm, beautiful
nice.
Caressing Guard. 113 buys a lot of time and space, but the flash is there from Jack Troll, locks them up. 113 goes deep, but that's Cabochard also going to be under fire. 113 is down, Cabochard is able to kite out and might be able to find the kill, but Reckless getting excited over the wall. He's going to be able to flash. Another double here for Reckless as Jack Troll has to run away.
They just can't do anything about it, even before 80 carries got involved. Corp are running the map, and now that Reckless is here, fed out of his mind, he just always manages to put them over the top. We're at a point where we could very well see a 20-minute Baron come through.
A 20-minute Baron reset to be taken first before we see it, and it looked good at the start there for Vitality. They're looking for angles. Jack Troll tries to set it up with the flash and the charm, but the problem is you haven't hit any of the priority targets with the charm.
No, sir. I mean, watch this. He's making the play onto 113. Beautiful Crescent Guard. and then he flashes and forces Jack Troll to only use the charm. Like you said, no priority targets. And look at the mini-map. You can see Reckless is coming through. Cabochard manages to play his life, and at this point, once Seiken is in the picture, it's done. Reckless knows he can flash over the wall. He can get as aggressive as he pleases. That's an easy couple kills for Reckless.
Back out on the map, and no towers here for Vitality as well.
Oh my god.
And that goal lead completely out of control. Around 8,000. Seiken gonna have all the side lane pressure he needs. The Baron live and active on the map. You take a look at that vision line that they have set up inside of the jungle. I mean, Vitality, they're just gonna have to start using the cannon barrage or the blue wards to start checking the Baron here, and they only have so many of those.
That's right, you can see it now, moving as a three-man unit. Diplex not too far behind, actually
They're
all
up.
5!
Oh, it's a beautiful solar flare. The slow is there. The Mega Death Rocket, not enough to find lethal, but a lot of low health points.
Hello.
Flash from Jackla. And now we go into Shigenda. Got out in the jungle. That will be the first kill. And that should also be the mid lane tower here. Tier 2, will end up falling. And KC, if they want, they can go look for the Nash.
I think that is going to be the play. Worth noting, 113 still holding on to the Rift Herald. You got to imagine that one is going to expire soon, but either way, they are snowballing to a very, very quick finish to a game here. Austin, we've had 40-minute bangers all day long, but K-Corp, they're not here for any of that.
10,000 gold. Baron at 21.5 minutes. Vitality, they're going to try to send a hail.
You gotta see it.
Let's see if they can actually get them off of it. They will do so successfully. So the Hail Mary is going to work. KC, they don't want to stick around. They don't want to flip Baron, and that's the right call.
Yeah, you have enough vision, too, if you're K-Corp, that you're okay to walk away from this one. Here's the thing. You still have a Rift Herald. You can drop in the mid lane, bottom lane, wherever you so choose. And look what's coming up in 40 seconds. Their third Ocean Drake, if they were so inclined to collect it. And that's the pings you're seeing coming through on the minimap. K-Corp know that Ocean Soul would just be their easy ticket to another win here, evening up their record in spring in the LFL.
20 seconds away from the Ocean, third one stacked up. KC ripping apart the map. And Vitality just trying to hang on, but with the loss of now the package here, that is going to, of course, stop really any kind of a contest.
Yeah.
But maybe a miracle steal, we'll have to see. Setting up into the jungle, 113 has pushed all the way up on Terror right behind him.
Love it.
Just gonna be able to get some vision down. Dragon being started up here from Seiken and Reckless. 113 comes through with the smite.
So
and
easy.
that is going to be now Soul Point.
There it is. I mean, they're at a point. Austin, Skeens happens to show on that bottom side of the map here. Maybe they just walk back and go ahead and start Nash once more. They're so strong. They can do it whenever they want to, and it feels like Vitality.Bee just have no ways to play this game at this point. Jack Troll is going to need a miracle engage to come through if they want this one to work, because Diplex isn't going to have that package for a couple more minutes, and that is not an engage option now.
Jack Troll can't stick around to clear out that ward. Backs down and will be zoned away. Shigenda looking for the first tower of the game, and it's going to be an objective bounty, but I think Shigenda
see
knows,
you, buddy.
well, I'm going to go down. I might as well take something with me, and, well, that's another one here for Cabochard.
That's right, you do get the teleport out of Cabochard, which is nice, but you see the pings coming through. Seiken can TP up top and make it a 4-for-4 for the Baron while you leave Cabochard on the split. Either way, the pressure on the map is insane. Austin, think about this. Everything was going on the Baron side of the map. Shigenda's like, okay, let me get this turret. Let me see if I can walk away. And no, teleport, Destiny, from the other side of the map, just immediately rips him up.
Rips him up, takes him down. And it feels like you can't really do anything if you're Shigenda. 6 deaths on the top laner, 4 deaths here on Diplex. I mean, completely uncharacteristic from what we saw yesterday, especially after a total of 8 or 9 kills had come throughout that entire 40-minute game or so. But another tower does fall, another objective bounty will be claimed, so more gold spread out across the board of Vitality. However, that is not going to help you and get you to a point where you're going to be able to match KC in these team fights. 3 items now for Reckless, 20 stacks on the Magi's. That book is thick right now. And now that means with 3 items in the Magi's, you are going to be able to find so much damage. You can burst down the Baron at any given point. Another blue ward are going to be thrown out here from the side of Vitality, just trying to get an idea of what KC are currently trying to set up.
Well, Well, there's only one thing Casey could be trying to set up, and it's going to be the Baron. All this vision pushed through. At this point, K-Corp has a choice. We either start Baron and force them to do something about it, or we make that part of the map dark and just sit in a brush. It's looking like brush is where they have their sights set. You see them. They're trying to see if they'll walk up, but Jeskla and Skeens are immediately like, no. We don't want any of that. The problem is, that's the green light.
They're going to shred it, and this is without Reckless.
Yeah.
So once Reckless comes over, they're going to be able to burst it down. Shigenda does have the Cannon Barrage. He will use it, and that will be a bit of damage coming in, but the Smite available. No contest, and there is the Baron extending the lead back to 10,000. Resets taken across the board. I mean, you have everything you'd ever want right now if you're K-Corp.
Oh man, 3 minutes and a big buff here for Karmine Corp. You hear the crowd there cheering. They know how big a deal this is for this squad. How important it is that they even up here in week 4 of the LFL. Now they have everything they need. You said it, 20 stacks on the Medjais, 3 items coming through on Seiken, 3 items on Reckless, 3 items and a bit on Cabochard. He's got a little change there.
Diplex going to try to set up some of the waves because you know the push is about to come through, but you can't overextend. Mid lane, that's the priority. KC setting up the wave. Everyone going to also maybe move into the jungle together. Make sure that there's no TP wards behind them. I like this discipline from KC right now. They don't want to rush anything. They don't want to overforce. They want to play it perfect because we have seen in the past a couple of oversteps. This one would be a tough one to throw away. They just want to make sure that they're safe and sound and no one's making plays on Vitality.
It would take several throws, but don't want to take any chances. And as you say, now they're going to push things out in this bottom lane. They did miss a ward by 113's blue buff, so there could be an opening there to play for. The thing is, you still have Baron for a minute 30, so K-Corp, they're going to go ahead and use this prio. Push mid, threaten bot as well, and that's just 2 inhibitors, very likely going to go down in the blink of an eye.
They shred the first one. Inhibitor looks like it will drop, and it does. Now a rotation over. Cabochard has the wave with him. Package here for Diplex. Keep your eye on him. Has to set up the play. Clears the mid wave first. Seiken down, a little bit low, but that will be now the second inhibitor exposed. That will be the correct call. Following it up, hitting the mark. Cabochard soaking up a bit of damage as well as 113 at the front of it all. Flashes back to safety. 4th shot doesn't hit the mark, but Vitality do save the second inhibitor.
Austin, we keep talking about priority targets. 113 is not one of them on the side of K-Corp, so Jack Troll, I know it's tough, buddy, but you got to go deep. You got to commit that flash and see if you can lock down people like Seiken or Reckless, because as long as they're up doing damage, throwing out CC, nothing can be done, and it feels like nothing can be done anyway, because K-Corp pick up that Ocean Soul. Now they're going to have constant healing going on at all times here, as if it wasn't bad enough for Vitality.Bee.
Took the words right into my mouth. As if it wasn't bad enough. 28 minutes in. KC coming out for what very likely might be their last reset of this game. Want to get to 4-4. Vitality have struggled versus some of the top teams here in the LFL. Another example of it against KC, a team that we certainly hold in high regards. But what are they going to do? Cabochard waiting for this wave to get into a position where they can maybe attack 2 at the same time. Now he's going to come through. Will be able to start to set up a bit of a split push. He's level 18. He'll draw multiple members over at this point in time. And, well, KC, they're going to simply get things going in the top side.
That's right, and you still have Seiken applying all that pressure in the mid lane as well. They're going to keep these waves pushed in, make it so hard for Vitality.Bee to walk outside of their base. And I mean, why would you? The base is so safe, Austin. There's no brushes, there's no darkness. You don't have anything to worry about here, and that's Vitality.Bee. That's the copium going for them. Yeah, we don't need to go outside. It's fine.
Well, it's safe for now.
Oh, God.
But not safe for Jack Troll. That's a flash. That's
a
solar flare. That's a Zenith blade. And they'll find the support. Jack Troll, the key member they needed to set up the fight, no longer here.
This is it. They can push for the end, Austin. Look at Cabochard. He's so strong, and he's just going to heal right back up.
KC looking for the win. Jeskla from the back opens up the curtains. Curtains, however, will close. Not going to hit too many targets. Reckless does get hit with the barrel, down to half HP, but has the Ocean Soul, has the healing. Diplex in trouble, able to kite back with the Zenith Blade, locks him down, and they'll find the mid laner. 2 players now out of the picture for Vitality.Bee. KC, though, still don't have a wave. waiting for the one to come through in the bot side of the map. Here we go. Jacktroll looks for the angle, can't find it. Cavalshard flashes back to safety. They take down another. Vitality just barely hanging on by a thread as KC look for the second tower.
And they could just keep playing this game all day. They have Ocean Soul Loss, and they have all the healing they could possibly need. They're about to close it out.
Oh, KC, they went 0-2 in the last week, but this week is clean as they find back-to-back wins in Nice with the crowd support, with the game changer, and everyone stepping up here for us. They'll find themselves the Nexus and put another win up on the board.
And it's really looking like we're starting to see a resurgence here from Karmine Corp, being the team we wanted, being the team we knew they could be. Looking at all this talent, especially Reckless, one of the best ADs of our time in the bottom lane here for this squad. He's appreciating the crowd. He's surely going to get interviewed. What a great game from K-Corp.
Great game from K-Corp.